Thank you, Polybius. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day outside. It is like the most crystal clear skies, I swear to God, that I've ever seen here in Toronto. Well, okay, maybe in the last, year. I love Mud04. Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. For 4 months of being here. My heart. Love you, bro. Wait, you're in Toronto? I am in Toronto. I think I've technically lived here all my life. Technically. Where I used to live was considered Toronto, even though it was a little bit more up above the core of the city. So nice. It's the opposite in San Jose? Really? Is it, cloudy and stormy? Moonjay, thank you so much for the tier 1. Rainy and windy as hell today. Yeah, it's gorgeous today. I think after we're done stream today, I might take out my camera and go take a little walk. Come up to Muskoka? Is it nice there today in Muskoka? I haven't been to Muskoka in so long. Utoy, thank you so much for 15 months, bro.
Hello, Alex. Are you a jabbler?
What does that mean, Utoy? Came back to the hobby? Moonjay. Dude, it's a good time to come back to the hobby, man. Actually, can I say something about today's board real quick? I looked at it online, and then I got it in person, and I'm pretty pumped to show you guys this. How do you like it in Ottawa, though? So, Toronto's obviously not cheap, and we were considering moving out of the city because I just don't know if I could live here, to be honest. I just don't know if I can afford to live here. How you like in Ottawa? I'm excited for this board. Me too. I'm very excited for this board today. Also, I'm wearing a wrinkled shirt today, so no one take any offense to this. I'm being lazy. Are we counting down to our impending doom? Oh, a little countdown thingy? I used to use that for a buffer for when I used to start stream, but I just don't do that no more. I just start stream now. I'm excited for you, Strike. I'm excited more for you, buddy. 50. Thank you so much for the tier 1 for 2 months, man. What's your fave mall and why is it Jane and Finch? Zayor, thank you so much for your prime too, man. Okay. Mall-wise in Toronto, I think they all suck. So nice.
Let's go.
Thank you, dude. I think if I were to pick a mall that I enjoy going to, this sounds dumb, but first thing in the morning, Yorkdale Mall. Because nobody's there, and the paths are big, and it's just nice to walk around. Other than that, all the malls suck. There's nothing good in any of the malls these days. The malls used to be... Man, I feel I hate saying this kind of stuff. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, Yorkdale makes me feel broke
specimen.
Too. I just like it because it's pretty. Let me tell you, the malls used to be so much cooler. For example, there was malls with photography stores. There used to be really cool DIY. I think there was one mall. I think it was a mall in either Sherway Gardens. I'm not sure if it's still there because I haven't been there in a long time. They used to have a Warhammer miniature figure store inside the mall. And although I never got into it, I think one of my brothers might have, but it was so much fun going into these kind of places. Now you go to 95% of the malls. Did Eaton Center have one too? I don't remember that. You go to 95% of the malls now, and it's you got the big name, expensive, really expensive name brand stuff. And then you got some of the other crazy expensive stuff. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll find an H&M, which is still pretty expensive. Also, is the music really loud today, or is it just me? Hold on. Let me know if the music's too loud. Ratty, thank you so much for the tier 1, man.
Hey, Alex. Catching one of these live after a while.
Dude.
Hope you're doing okay, less than 3.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. I thank you guys for all coming here. It's pretty loud. Why is it so loud today? Oh, I turned it up by accident. How's that? Is that better? Dramatic music? This is good now? What's up? How's your weekend going? Pretty standard fare, I'd say, for a weekend. Much better? Perfect. Pretty standard fare. Nothing really happening. Too crazy. I played a little bit of Total War yesterday. So here is my game. Let me explain to you guys my weekend. My game plan of Operation Fix My Computer has now been completed. Let me explain what I did, okay? Here's what I'm doing. Everything, all the parts in my current computer, like the one that I normally use, the 6900 XT and stuff, all that stuff I've like talked to iBuyPower, and the rep there, Kemba, who helps me, has been awesome. I think he's looking into replacing a few of the parts for me. In the intermittent, I was considering switching anyways, but what I'm going to be doing, or what I did, was I built a new computer with, I would say, like middle tier parts. Maybe the graphics card being a little higher than normal. It's a 4070. And I plan to, because I don't know how fast the other computer's gonna be fixed, but once the other computer's fixed, I'll reassume that computer, just because I don't want to be wasteful. And then the computer I have now, I was thinking about just giving it to either like my brother or something, or maybe vice versa, maybe the AMD one, giving it to my brother as like a gift or something like that. So either way, someone like in my family will get a new computer, and I don't have to like go without one, because I cannot play games right now. And by the way, it is a night and day difference with the two graphics cards. Realistically, all I'm really switching is the graphics cards. Like the processor is about the same power. Yeah, it is night and day. So something's definitely wrong with the 6900 XT. I have no idea what's wrong with it, but I was considering, my first game I was going to play on this new graphics card, I was considering buying Death Stranding. Now, I don't know how good of a game it is, but me and Angel ended up watching the new trailer for Death Stranding 2 last night, or 2 nights ago, and he kind of got me pumped up to play the first one. I've just never played it yet, so I was considering playing it now. Let's go. Yeah, I really want to play that and Last of Us, but I heard the PC port, and I think I've talked about this, is pretty ass. So I don't know if I want to get the PC port. What was the GPU issue? Overheating. Like, it would shoot up to 99 degrees almost instantly. I'm talking like even playing a 2D game would shoot it up to 99 degrees. And that's after I took it apart. I tried thermal pasting it. My brother's gonna try something now too on that particular card, but I think we're gonna get it RMA'd, so we might just not touch it anymore. Alex, have you gotten into Terraria, one of my favorite games of all time? I have played through Terraria, but I'm currently actually playing another playthrough. I haven't touched it in like 2 weeks though. Okay, the Freya is interesting so far. I will tell you guys one tidbit of info with the Freya. For some reason, and I have to bring this up to Wuche, last night, so it's been like not even 24 hours for this. Saint, thank you so much for a tier 3, man. The Freya, it's getting locked up on the touchscreen. Like the touchscreen is just like locking up on the clock. But it's only when I have the clock open. Everything else seems to be like okay. So I need to talk to them about that. I don't know if it's like I need to update something, which I probably do, but Last of Us is one of my top 3 favorite video games. Please play it, life-changing. I just don't want to play it on PC and have a bad PC port, you know what I mean? Wow, there's like a little stream of light coming into my room today. Pretty. Okay, so today's board is interesting, guys. So this is a board by I believe it's pronounced Nufi. So I'm sure you've seen some of Nufi's designs before. I think they've primarily targeted, you know, like the normal everyday user, and I think you've probably seen them maybe some LTT videos and stuff like that as like sponsors. I've always had my eye. I like their the aesthetic of some of their everyday stuff, but I just never could justify buying it because I couldn't really tune some of those, or I just didn't like some of the things that I saw. Recently though, they came out with, I guess this would be their first custom keyboard, I want to say, more so. Maybe not. I think they had like 1 or 2 other ones that were a little bit more basic in design, but I would consider this more of their I think they're calling this one here their QMK via wireless custom keyboard, which I think they have a few of those now, but I think this is one of their more truly custom ones. So it's going to start at $150. It has Wi-Fi in it, or not Wi-Fi, Bluetooth rather. Has a lot of nice features. And I was kind of interested in it. I'm like, this is quite nice because it's made of aluminum, and you know, well, part of it's made of aluminum, part of it's made of, I think, of a polycarbonate back. You guys will see. I've already unboxed it, by the way, because I was taking photos. Let me show you guys this. So, ignore the 3 random switches. They put these in here. There's also they put this upside down, a magnetic badge. And now you might be thinking from the top angle, it's pretty basic looking. Like there's not much going on. There isn't RGB around the badge, but the magnetic badge is cool. Here's where I really like it. I really like this back piece. And this is their cosmic mocha or whatever they call it. It's like a coffee color. I thought this was really pretty. Any seams? No seams on this guy. Yeah, but I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, tiramisu would look nice on this. And they did send over some switches as well. So they did send this over. I think I'll be able to keep this. But yeah, that's just so you guys are, I'm being transparent. Is it full alu? No, the bottom part's not aluminum. I believe, actually, I don't actually know the bottom piece material. Let me double check, see if they have that on their website. I believe it's polycarbonate though. It's a plastic of some sort. Let's see. Their webpage is so well done too. Polycarbonate, yeah, polycarbonate, and then their stock plate is FR4. Which they have a bunch of plates as well. Pretty cool. It's a front height of about 21.5. Which is a little higher than I normally like, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think that's incorrect information on their part, because if you look at it, so I don't know how they measured this exactly. It's the same height as the Kohaku. And I don't think the Kohaku's 21.5. It's 150. So it's exactly the same height as the Kohaku. Well, maybe like 0.5 millimeters taller. Ever so taller, that's it. So pretty nice. It looks like it's going to be comfortable. Unfortunately, the only downside I would say right off the bat before we put this together is no PCB mounted stabilizers. Not the end of the world. They said that they're going to be working that into another version of this in the future. Let me see the back of the Kohaku. But we're going to take this apart and we're going to dive deeper because there's also a bunch of ways you can mount this. They measure effective keyboard height. Oh, maybe that's what they did, yeah. Here's the back of the Kohaku for you guys. God, that's so goof. Good. Alright, let's see what's in the box though, because I actually have not unboxed the rest of this thing. But it also has a Mac mode, which I don't know about you guys, but I use a Mac and I thought that was a nice feature. All the toggles are here on the bottom, kind of hiding away here, which is great. So, nice. All right, let's see what's in here. There's like manuals and stuff in here too, which is great. Love seeing a keyboard with an instruction guide. Is the Gem80 still gonna have some anime packaging? No, it is completely exempt of anime packaging. It goes the route of more minimalistic and, yeah, just like some nice typefaces on it. That's really it. All right, we get a screwdriver. There's the dongle, switch puller, keycap puller, and then here's where all the different mounting styles are. So you can do top mount, and then they give you a bunch of different ways that you can use gaskets. So they have like the bean mount, and then they also have like a jacket and a sock. I really, really want to try top mount on this. Silicone bean. I don't buy boards unless there's a waifu on the box. All right. Actually, it's a nice screwdriver they give you too. And then they give you a USB-C cable, which I could care less about. But if you guys wanted to see what that looks like, I need a Steins Gate IBN fit. Why has nobody done that actually? Bean mount is good. How much is this again? $150 to start. There are some different versions of it, I think. Hello, box. How much less could you care though? What can I care less about again? That's how little I cared. I couldn't even remember now. You're a gem? Zwabi, please. Yeah, 150 for a TKL with multiple mounting styles. I think an interesting design too. I think it's totally fair. Oh, this is actually not a bad cable. I don't think the green and this color go very well together, but not a bad little cable. Yeah, we should compare it to the Neo 80 later. I agree. And then they also sent me out some switches. And I was looking, I'm like, well, how much are these switches? What are these switches? I need more info. So I went to go do some research on these switches. And apparently you can add these switches on for 15 bucks. And I was like, okay, who makes these switches? Gatoron does. And the stock lube is okay. I think they need to be touched up a little bit. Like, I think it's totally passable if you end up doing, like, you know, the standard amount of lube, like just the stock stuff. I did touch them up. They remind me of cream sodas a lot. And they're a $15 add-on. I'm not sure what these cost normally, but they're Gatoron X Newfie switches. Pretty nice. Gatoron made this cool. Yes, 100% agree. And then I should also have some extra plates in here somewhere. I just don't know where they put them. That is a great question. I think they were supposed to send me some extra plates. But I don't see them anywhere in the boxes. Unless they're in this. Hold on one sec, guys. This accessory box. I think it's in this guy. Man, the hobby's getting so good on the entry end. I agree. I get approached a lot about entry-level keyboards. I normally don't always cover them, but when I get the odd one with cool little, like, I don't know, I like this design on the back here. I think this is really pretty. Like, when I get the odd one like this, I'll take a look at it, easy peasy. Oh yeah, look at all the extra plates they sent over too. The mid-range is kind of lacking. What would you guys classify as mid-range though? Like, real talk. What would be considered mid-range keyboards at this point? The fact that we got Event Horizon? Because I would still consider 300-ish. Can I say something? I'm going to say something that might be a little bit... I kind of feel like mid-range keyboards, like, I don't know if I agree with 300 being mid-range. I think 300 is kind of premium, no? 300 plus is premium. I think mid-range to me, if you want to talk about just pure dollar amount, would be the $200 to $300 mark. Mid-range is kind of, like, there's a lot of compromise with mid-range. No one's quite yet got to the point with mid-range being, like, good. I think maybe the only thing that would slot into something like mid-range maybe would be the Envoy, but the Envoy start, like, if you got it with the pre-order, it was $180. So maybe the Envoy. But the mid-range, for the most part, it's kind of an ass market right now. And it's either you get the premium or entry, and I don't know if mid-range has a good, maybe Arc, yeah. I don't know if mid-range has a good fit in this hobby as of yet. And from my experience, you know, just being your, I guess, an everyday consumer of sorts, I don't know if I want to start seeing more stuff put in a mid-range. I would either really like more stuff being, you know, well priced, and then if you want to make that transition to something more premium, you do. And again, I don't know what we all classify mid-range as, but I just feel like when we get to mid-range stuff, there's compromises, and I would rather have people either just, you know, invest in something that they, you know, it's nice, it's whatever entry level, whatever you want to call it, or you get the more premium side, and there's no compromise, and it doesn't feel like you've wasted your money. Because I always feel mid-range, for the most part, of any hobby, from my experience personally, you end up spending that money on mid-range products, and it's never good enough, so then you spend more money on premium products. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense right now. You know? So I'm in camp, just save up a little bit more if you can until you can get the premium, because I think you'll end up regretting most, not all, most mid-range purchases. People call it a compromise purchase in the watch hobby. Yeah. But it still makes sense that people make mid-range keyboards. Don't get me wrong. It makes sense. But Bauer Light was a great mid-range. Would you consider Bauer Light mid-range? So here's the plates, by the way, that they sent over. An aluminum plate with tons of flex cuts or meme cuts in it. I believe this is Palm and this is PC. I want to do PC today. I will regret Lumen Key 65. No, I don't think the Lumen Key series is that crazy in price that it would be considered something like a mid-range product. So I don't think so. Why can't I untape this here? One sec. What am I doing wrong? I always watch your VODs. Dude, I'm glad you're here, DG. Mid-range hurts if you get too deep. Then it's a beginner tax. That is a great way to put it, by the way. It kind of low-key is a beginner tax. It kind of is. Wait, what do you guys want to see today on today's board? Should we do the FR4? Should we just keep the stock FR4 plate? I do want to start taking this apart, though. I don't know what I want to do today for the build. I think polycarbonate, and then we can explore a little bit with this would be really fun. So, the cool thing about this, and why this is so interesting for me, is I haven't really seen this brand do a lot of custom stuff, whatever you want to call it. But they told me about this, and I went to go do some research on it. They got silicone strips, so like a jacket sort of thing. Bean mount, so basically some different variations of gasket. So you got 3 different variations of gasket. Then you have top mount. And they also give you a gasket you can put here too, if you want to isolate it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have to admit. My camera's freaking out right now. They do a lot of low profile stuff, yeah. Oh, and there's more silicone beans here. I think these are 2 different hardnesses. Yeah, hardness 70 and hardness 30. Pretty, I mean, again, at the 150 price point, and it looks cool, and you get Bluetooth, and I don't know, I think this is really well implemented. A lot of the other brands, by the way, and this is something that I feel strongly about, they'll hide all these toggles and switches under keycaps. It's kind of nice to have it just baked onto the bottom of the board. Some people might think this looks cheap. I don't think this looks cheap. I think this is way more convenient than having to fiddle with keycaps and stuff like that just to get to some of the settings for these things. I know some other people also have different keybinds that you can swap for those too. But again, if you're in a pinch and you just happen to not remember, then it's just nice to have a switch on the back, you know. It's nice to have something dedicated for that. All right, let's take this apart. Let's open this guy up. Hopefully my camera doesn't freak out too much today for this keyboard. If the bottom was full metal, I'd be screaming, LOL, but since it isn't, I don't mind. Yeah, it's a polycarbonate bottom, and I quite like it. I think this is really pretty, by the way. Like, it's very soft. Like, it's, well, not soft, but like the way it's rounded everywhere, it's very pretty. Has a lot of character. Yeah, it's a polycarbonate bottom. At least that's what's listed on the website. Unless I'm misreading the word bottom PC somehow. Like, unless I'm completely in the wrong here. You know what's crazy, guys? I'm going to say something that might be a bit controversial. It's crazy how this board costs $150 and they're using Torx screws. But then I'll get some premium board that someone sends me and they're using fucking Phillips. Riddle me that, bro. Actually riddle me that. Alex, you sexy man. Kip, what's up, dude? Looks like my luggage. Huh? Are they magnetic, though? The screws, I don't know if they're magnetic screws. No, they're not, unfortunately. Sometimes it depends on the width of the screw. I don't know, these look pretty standard to me in terms of like width. Just some people include Phillips, man. Like I've definitely seen boards oak where they could 100% use different screw heads, but they just decide to use hex for like everything. Oh, my cameras are like washed out today because of the sun. Bottom is giving me retro futurism vibes. What's wrong with Phillips? Phillips, I don't know. I don't have like an exact percentage for you, but like you have a better chance of stripping a Phillips screw and then it just getting stuck just because the way it's made. If you over torque them. I don't know. I can't tell you like percentage wise or you know what type of force it uses. Depends on the screw too. I'm sure there's good quality Phillips screws, but it's just nice to not have something that has the potential to do that. All right, let's explore the internals of this, shall we? Right, let's just take this off for now. So we do have flex cuts on the PCB. Not the end of the world. We're still gonna take a little peeksies at this stuff here. And then we have a battery connector. And then we have, this is, I think they have a separate module for the, I guess it's just a daughter board for the Bluetooth stuff. I'm not sure what this little film is. I've never used something like this, although I am curious. Interesting. Now, in terms of PCB, this might be, this reminds me of the Canon Keys PCB where you have to put this on the SAT75 to ground it. And I'm assuming that's what they're doing there, although I couldn't be certain what this is exactly. I'm sure this grounds or something, which is not the best design in the world. But we do have Gatoron hot swap sockets. Oh no, maybe that's where the Bluetooth chip is. So, not the biggest fan of this guy right over here. And I think, no, this is not for the badge. This would be, oops, this would be sitting right above where the arrow keys are. This LED here is for the badge. This is not my favorite. Even on the SAT75, I mean, it's there, I get it. But this is not my absolute favorite thing in the world. And I would like to see maybe an option for flex cuts. I do like how they have the reset switch on the top though. That is quite nice. Okay. We're not going to call it the end of the world. These are relatively small flex cuts. So I'm hoping this doesn't impact sound too much. The film is to defeat static. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if it's like mandatory that we use that film. And then they just kind of loaded up the bottom here with some different foams. Interesting. What is this? Is this silicone? I guess this is the big ass battery over here. I think it's like glued. I don't know if we can actually take this part out. I guess we could. I can't get my fingers in there. Silicone aware, but it's like textured. I don't know why. That's kind of nice looking. Let me see. Can I like pry this thing out? Why does everyone hate flex cuts? It just makes the keyboard sound thin usually. So we can take this out. This is a big slab of silicone. All right, we're gonna leave it in. I'm just gonna test it with it. Interesting. And there's a giant ass 4,000 milliamp battery here on the bottom as well. Cool. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna leave this one sheet of foam, this guy right over here. We're gonna leave this one. Very, very interesting. And then there's the top frame. Coating on this looks absolutely fantastic. There's nothing to be worried about here. They obviously know what they're doing at Newfie with their e-coats and all that. Looks great. No flaws at all. Yeah, I mean, it's all preference when it comes to PCBs, guys. All preference. Like I said, the only wish that I have is we get more options. It's an aluminum top, polycarbonate bottom. right, let's put this to the side for now. Cool, though. I would have never guessed there was silicone in this, by the way. Never guessed. That makes me wonder, should we try the FR4 plate to give it some brightness to it? Lazy Sunday? It is a very lazy Sunday today. All my homies hate flex cuts. I don't necessarily hate them. Like, I think they have their place. But I could do without them, personally. And then this I'm not sure if we have to use. I almost feel like I should leave this on, this protective film thing. It's like weird plastic thing here, but I might just remove it, and if we destroy the PCB, we destroy the PCB. So the stock plate has the, I guess, the little gasket socks on it. Interesting. But let's take apart these guys here. Now to remove these things. Does it cover the flex cut, the plastic film? It does, yes. Oh yeah, they're even pre-lubed. Should we use the FR4, by the way? I don't know, I'm kind of feeling now we should, rather than polycarb. I'm feeling this will add some brightness to it. But I'm not sure what we want to do. Alex, what should I have for lunch? You know what always is a good option for lunch? A good old sandwich. I'm not hesitant on the stabs personally. I think the stabs will be fine. But go with the FR4. PC stays. FR4 for gaskets for top mount. We could technically... I hate these fucking stabs. We can do both. Well, actually, do we have time to do both? The switches look great in that bowl. Thanks, man. You know what? What should we do here? Let's put it up for a vote, guys. /poll. Yeah, this bowl is my favorite thing that I've ever purchased. I got it off Etsy. Plates. FR4 versus PC. 2-minute poll. Quick little poll. Hello, everybody. How's your guys' Sunday going, by the way? I fucking love aluminum top mount with tactiles. I don't think we're using tactiles today, but I'm going to be using linear switches. That I actually modded these, by the way, guys. Like, I spent the time to re-lube all of these. Like I said, they were good stock, not great, good stock, but I think these sound in hand great with lube. So, like, hand lubed, readjusted some of them, because some of them were kind of bone dry. The Kohaku is... guess. The Kohaku has a certain cherry Nixie switch inside. A certain switch that I use way too often, but I absolutely love. So, what can I say? Oh, you guys want to use FR4 then? I'm going to mod these stabs then a little bit without disassembling them then, because it's a pain in the ass to take these off. Well, not really a giant pain in the ass, but... Does it? Can you check? I'm pretty positive I put Nixies in here, did I not? Yeah, they're Nixies. Alex, it's shoulders and arms day. I'm about to get that juiciest pump for you. Bro, let's go. I'm hoping you the best workout possible today, dude. Yeah, I think FR4 should be really good for this too. Now that I know there's a bit of silicone on the bottom, I am pumped up. Where's my lube? Here it is. Pumped up to use it. What are you craving lately? This sounds weird, but I have been in the sandwich mood all week. I ended up trying a new place that here in Toronto everyone talks about. Well, not everyone. Anyone who's into kind of like Philly cheesesteaks talk about, which is Ill Style Sammy's. Tried that, was really good. I think that's in my top 3 for Philly cheesesteaks here in the city. My top 1 is still Berkeley Cafe for Philly cheesesteak. I like their take on their Philly cheesesteak. It just has like mushrooms and a lot of other stuff that I really like. But that's kind of what I've been in the mood for. Just some good sandwiches, you know. Can you rebuild the event horizon for the next 6 months while we wait for it? Just like once a month. I'm not really into tuna. Are you guys into tuna? I don't know why. I think it's just like maybe the smell of canned tuna when I was like younger deterred me from liking tuna. But I'm not really a tuna guy. Oddly enough, I haven't really been craving steak lately. Like red meats in general right now, I am just not super craving other than Philly cheesesteaks, just because I don't feel like that me craving red meat. I just like the taste of the sandwich. I have to admit, guys, these stabs are actually already pretty nicely lubed. I don't even know if I need to do anything to these. I'll just reapply some lube on the side over here, because it's easy to mod stabs with it like this. Yeah, I agree. Sandwiches are just convenient and simple. Hard to turn down a nice one. What is your go-to sandwich, guys? Honestly, it's so true, bro. That is so big facts. It is so hard to turn down a good sandwich. How is the spring weight in the stock HMX switches? They're good. I can't remember what they are exactly, but I'm liking them in my Harbor. I use the Harbor pretty often now because I like the cheese switches. Number 13, Mike's Way from Jersey Mike's. They don't have those here, so I've never tried Jersey Mike's. Ham and cheddar with salt and vinegar chips all the way. From where, Seeing Stars? BBQ pulled chicken paninis. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Dude, pulled pork, or you said pulled chicken? Pulled chicken even sounds delicious. Just barbecue pulled anything sounds really good right now. I just was gonna get Charlie's cheesesteaks. That sounds good too. A cheesesteak sandwich, beauty. Yeah, these are pretty well lubed. I mean, I guess this is all factory stuff. This is all sealed when I got it. But this is pretty well done already. There's not really much extra lube I need to add. Pulled pork with some pickled red onions. Oh, baby. That does sound pretty nice, dude. Dipping in the juice. Forget about it. Something about... Is it sauerkraut? I've never had sauerkraut in my life. Be racking to order my sandwich. Do it, bro. It's lunch. I mean, it's a little past lunchtime now, but it's a good time to eat lunch. Kind of pumped up for this board. I'm not gonna lie. If this sounds nice, this might be a daily for me. I just like the look of it. I'm a sucker for those polycarbonate bottoms. Big sucker for it. Why do you prefer Nixies over Hyperglides, Ultraglides? Hyperglides, okay, Ultraglides are the ones that are, okay, let me explain something. I personally, no one else, think Ultraglides, when you break in Hyperglides, are stupid thin sounding, and I do not like them. Plus, I would never break in any of my switches these days. I like the scratchiness of a switch, so I am just anti-break-in at the moment. So, Ultraglides off the table. Thinness, lack of scratchiness, goodbye. Hyperglides can sound good, but for me, you need to film them, and I need to do like a certain amount of lubricant on them, where I feel like they're full sounding. Some boards, though, I've noticed Hyperglides can sound a little bit thin, so that's why I tend to like Nixies, because the clear top, I guess the material allows it to have a little bit more oomph, like a little bit more bassiness. So yeah. Have you had a Reuben sandwich? A long time ago. Is there sauerkraut in that? It's been a long time since I had like a Reuben sandwich. You can't beat the cherry scratch. Sometimes very pleasant. Yeah, I do film my Nixies, but I think there's been like odd occasions where maybe I haven't. Can you please remind me of that cling film? Oh, you're talking about the mod where I put film, so plastic, above the stabilizers. So basically you put plastic, just a little bit of plastic over the top of the stem of the stabs if you have loose space bars. Should help. Should help a lot. But just make sure you're not overdoing it with that stuff. A little bit too much plastic can interfere with the spacebar too and even create a new ticking sound. I like the colors of Newfie's switches. It's nice. Oh, so here's a stock raspberry switch. These are raspberry ones. Stock. Not bad, right? Like you can definitely tell the top out's really loud. And then hand lubed. Again, not bad stock if I had to review their switches, which this really isn't about, but not bad stock, better hand lubed, in my opinion. Yeah, they're long pole switches. Honestly, I really like these. I think these sound a little bit like cream sodas, so I think this is going to be a good pairing for today's keyboard. I see a light on the desk, Mr. Toes. Yeah, I was taking pictures with it earlier. I have a small little camera drawer thing, which I need to clean out. Doesn't really fit the camera body, though. So I kind of usually just lean it on top, but I'm kind of lately too nervous. What am I doing? Why am I putting these on? I need to get my plate. So I don't think I'm going to put foam on this. I am curious as to why we need... if this plastic stuff's going to do anything, though. Should I leave that little film of plastic? Should I just say F it and leave it? Like, worth a test? Oh, we'll just try it. If we absolutely hate it, fuck it, we'll just take it off. I think it will sound like clear tape. Let's just take it off. You know what? I kind of don't want it. I can already tell this sounds a little bit tapey. You are right. Let's just take that off. Let's just do a stock plate PCB config, and we can use bottom foam, like case foam for modifiers, which is my personal favorite way to build keyboards. However, just so you guys know too, there is absolutely nothing wrong with putting foam into keyboards. Absolutely nothing wrong. So if you guys are into foaming up your boards, feel free and do so. Like I said, literally no problem with that. Some bright switches, yeah. Yeah, I have a... Which one are we talking about? The 80 or the 65? So they included a whole bunch of different foams. They have what looks like a PE sheet, maybe? Or a pour-on sheet. And then they have this PET sheet. Then they have this pour-on foam. And then they have a bunch of different, well, actually one layer of bottom foam with the hot swap sockets on it, which is more dense feeling. And then they have another little piece underneath that, which I'm going to leave in. I still use 60s all the time. 60s are my favorite layout. It's what I game with. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. Today I actually switched to a Bauer light. Oh, do you guys want to hear about a big blunder I did when I was setting up the computer? So, again, I have not really built a personal computer. I've assembled parts for friends, only friends, a few times in the last year. And this is a funny story, actually. I assembled this computer Friday night, and I got a processor with the letters KF because I read that it didn't have a integrated graphics, and I'm like, who needs integrated graphics when you have a graphics card? I'd rather save $80. So I went to go boot up the computer, and I had the DisplayPort plugged in, and nothing was I saw nothing on the screen, and I'm just like, did I do something wrong? And I sat there for like 5 to 10 minutes going, what did I do? I'm just looking at it. I'm like, is everything? The fans are all spin. Then I'm like, fuck, this doesn't have graphics, like integrated graphics. It can't boot right now because there's nothing, there's no drivers installed. So yeah, then I ended up putting the HDMI cable into it, and it worked fine. But yeah, my bad. I just totally forgot, dude. 5 to 10 isn't too bad. Yeah, my memory came back of it afterwards. Oh no, thankfully it wasn't an hour. Thankfully. Brain fart? Yeah. It was a pretty big brain fart. I use a Mac Studio for gaming. I have the M1 chip Mac Studio. By the way, guys, any little things like, for example, I think the whole PCB needs kind of a rehaul because I think this is just annoying to have here. And I'd like to see, like I said, I'd like to just personally see stabilizer cutouts so you can do PCB mounted stabs. So I will be noting a lot of this to Newfie as well, as I normally do with all these vendors and manufacturers. For a gaming PC? Yeah, that was the gaming PC I was building. I only use the Mac for work, and then occasionally when I'm sitting in this like this office, I'll play TFT. I have a very small, I'm talking like, the desk that I game on is yay big. You guys can actually see it in frame. So I'll have a keyboard here and my mouse stays here. And it's like, I get about this much space for the mouse. It's right beside my bed, okay? So when I say this office, I'm talking about my room, my small bedroom for streaming. And then I have a computer right next to my bed. Believe it or not, I can't even put my legs underneath my desk, so I kind of have to have my legs off to the side because my computer's under there. But it's lifted off the ground. Don't stress, guys. So, yeah, that's how I play video games. Any thoughts on high-rose oranges? Bro, aren't those so expensive, Sky? Why do you want them? Out of curiosity, just for the sake of having them? How do you not want to take a nap all the time? Trust me, I do. I just crawl into bed afterwards. And man of many offices, yeah. Clearly. Yeah, but that's pretty much how I manage to play video games in this place. I will admit, guys, I think my condo is a decent size. It's around, just so you guys know, it's around 900 square feet. The reason we opted to get something a little bit bigger is because I obviously need to work, and then my girlfriend also works from home, and we kind of didn't want to. How can I word this? We didn't want to like cram everything into like a living room, so we opted to get something a little bit bigger. Now, if you guys don't think 900 square feet's big, then I mean downtown Toronto is. I think that's pretty big for downtown Toronto. Mind you, it's not the nicest place in the world. Like, I think the construction of this condo is so bad. Who in the hobby do you think would tuck you into bed the best? Dude. I think Geo would, bro. No, Geo would Geo is he's a dad, you know, so he knows, and Geo does push-ups like crazy, dude. Teja, no doubt. No. Teja does drop tests. He's the drop test guy now. And I don't know if someone who drop tests, I would want tucking me in. You know what I mean? So I'm down for Geo, bro. He'd read you a story and make sure you were comfy. Yeah. Teja would just slam a keyboard against me and then call it a drop test for content. Teja licks keybs. The new guy's wild. Yeah, and he eats GMK trays. Do you guys want that guy tucking you into bed? What about Tim or Angel? 100% not Tim. Bro, he'd be tucking me into bed and then biting my toenails. I trust Angel. I think Angel will do a good job. Tim would give you his iPad? No, that's how Tim falls asleep. He's an iPad kid. Tim needs an iPad to fall asleep. Tim might spill coffee on you. True, he might be. He might be sipping on coffee while he tucks you in. They did give you an option for step caps, by the way, here, which is quite nice. Do you sleep with or without socks? Oh, without. I don't think I could ever sleep with socks on. Tim would bring you to the edge of the bed and just go, okay, get in. Tim would order you an Uber to go to bed because he wouldn't want to walk you there. Do I have to get up? Do you take one of your keyboards into bed too? No, I can't say I've ever done that. I used to. The only time I actually have brought my keyboards anywhere is when I used to work in an office for my old job. I used to bring in my custom keyboard to work on it. That was always really fun. I liked going into the office with a keyboard, and then I got banned for using it because people were complaining it was too loud, even though I really don't think it was any louder than people smacking their keyboards. But that was really fun. What's your thought on the TGR Tomo? It's a good keyboard. I built a lot at this point that I can confidently say that I've liked just about every single configuration that I've done. You aren't truly into the hobby if you haven't slept with one of your boards, huh? By the way, Saint, thank you again for the tier 3 of history here, and then Ratty, 50, Ziort, Utoy, Monjay, thank you guys for the subs, guys. I really appreciate all the love from earlier. Just want to reiterate that I appreciate you guys. What was the build that got you banned from the office? So originally I brought in a tofu with linear switches. And it was back when I first started building keyboards, before I even started streaming stuff. And I think the very first board that I had tried was with linear switches, was red switches, and I overlubed the crap out of them. And it was already like a pretty low, it was not very high pitch. It was like, I don't know, it wasn't loud. People complained after about 2 weeks of me using it, so I ended up switching it out for a clicky keyboard. And I brought that into work one day because I was being petty. And I was just using that. So. And then they fully told me not to bring him anymore. Giga chat. That's toxic. You know what's more toxic though? When I'm just doing my work all day, and I'm not being loud at all, right? I'm headphones in, using my keyboard, typing on things. You know what's more toxic? When everyone around you is screaming and yelling, talking to each other about sports and all this other dumb shit, and then I'm told that I'm being too loud. So that's more toxic, bro. I have my own office, so I can use any board I want. Hell yeah, dude. But the office that I worked in when I got into keyboards was 3 people. It was... One coworker didn't care at all, but the other 2 coworkers cared a lot. Don't know why to this day. All right, I kind of want to try... We'll just use these gasket socks to start. Although I kind of do want to try the silicone strips. All right, let's just try these ones here to start. You know, what, Alex? Good riddance. You're out of there. Well, okay, so without me saying too much, when I first got into keyboards was not my last job. Sorry, it was the job before that. That's when I first got into the keyboards. It was like the tail end of when I quit that job. And then I kind of, for about a year, I kind of like dabbled in different keyboards. And then when I really got into keyboards, I had moved into a new place, a new office where I never even bothered bringing them in. So I was a product photographer, let's just say, at my old job. And then I moved into an IT role when I got into my last previous place. And, you know, I just liked pretty keyboards. Feet were the products. No. I did I did photos of people and products. So it was like a mix of both. All right. These switches look really nice, by the way. They're so cool looking. So let's try the gasket mount first. They did send over keycaps, but I think I'm just going to use some GMK caps for this today. Just because I want to give this board a fair shot when it comes down to like my preferences and stuff like that. Am I putting this in right? I am. Dude, I got to the hobby like 5 months back and I went, I work from home and I can test whatever board I want whenever. Yeah, that is the nice thing. When you are your own boss, it is definitely a nice feeling. 100%. Another suggestion I actually have for Newfie too, to make this a little bit more user-friendly, I would highly suggest them to perhaps design this board so the daughter board. Why isn't this going in nice? Let's go this way. The daughter board can actually house all the connections without you needing to plug all this stuff separately into the back of the PCB here. This is a little awkward doing all this. Yeah, we're going to keep the silicone and one piece of the bottom foam in for the first attempt here. What is going on with this? Why isn't this cable going in? Tomorrow for the GB Freya. This looks so finicky. No, it's just me. My hands are shaky today. I don't know why my hands are so bad today, but I will admit though, the hot swap socket's really close to where this cable's supposed to plug in. And actually, you know what? This is something else maybe I'm seeing. Maybe this is why I can't get it in. This one switch is sort of in the way too. Like the leg of the switch pokes through the PCB on the back. So perhaps that's also why. Hey, Hammer, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the raid, dude. Thank you, thank you. I hope everything's going well for you, bro. Yeah, that's why. Yo, Alex, what's up, Dane? How you doing, man? Oh, yeah, now it's going in, no problem. Yeah, okay, so it was the switch in the way. All right, I'll note that down for them as well. No in-betweens. So the switch leg kind of gets in the way of pushing it in to get the port in there. But we'll note that. Easy, easy note. All right, let's screw this back up. And then we can test a few of the other gaskets and mounts as well. Thank you, Element. Appreciate the prime, man. And thank you, Hammer. I appreciate your tier 1, bro. Thank you, thank you. Freya looks dope. Just don't know if I can fit it into the budget. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive. Alex's advice on there will eventually be a board you like has come in so clutch. I've grounded myself from joining group buys until another designer makes an aluminum M0110. Yeah, I mean, that's the key, right? Like, you don't want to overconsume when it comes to these hobbies. And I think that, you know, from a sense of... how can I word this? I think you enjoy stuff more when... They did, Abo. I'll take a look at it, too. You enjoy stuff more when you take your time and make good decisions, right? If you overconsume and you're just, like, picking up everything that interests you and, you know, you're kind of just hitting that buy button on everything, then you have a chance of just like burning yourself out and you're buying stuff that you don't necessarily really want, right? What's the bottom case material? Polycarbonate, actually. Polycarb, it has a piece of silicone on the inside that had almost like a mattress foam kind of texture. I don't know the proper terminology for it, but I'll switch views here. I also really like the bottom. I don't know. PC aluminum combo keyboards like this always get me. So very much into it. I like the bottom too. It's a pretty looking keyboard. The keyboard's nice too. Oh shit. Huh? Never thought I'd be happy about that. Oh, with gaining some weight? I mean, dude, if you're a healthy weight and you feel good, bro, keep doing you, man. Wait, where's my desk pad? Oh, it's off to the side. I only have the purple one today. What happened to my other desk pads? Oh, I'll just use the purple one today. Yeah, I think it'll just probably show the PCB. Because right now it's showing just the silicone, which, believe it or not, I kind of like this more than seeing the bottom of the PCB. But we'll see. We'll see what this sounds like. I'm going to get some GMK caps. Although I don't know what I should use today. They sent over some keycaps, by the way. I don't know if I want to use them because they're PVC. And they're a different profile than I'm used to. But I'm down to open them up because they are the same theme as the keyboard. And they looked cool from all the stuff I was studying on them. So I don't have honey beige, unfortunately. You know what we could do? We could just do Dandy. Dandy could look cool. Or Sloth. Sloth could look cool too. Didn't the client ask for Greg? No one asked for Greg today. Sloth could look cool. I don't have Cafe. We could do something just like regular, schmegular. Are you taking care of Sloth? You know I am, Scotty. Love Sloth. So we could do Sloth. Sloth might look really nice. Norse could look really nice for this too. Or what else do I have? We could do Norse. We could do, oh, you know what might look really cute on this? Don't ask me why this is in a plastic bag. GMK Daifuku could look really cute on this. Could potentially. We could do VOC, although I don't remember what board I have VOC on, so you might have to go give me like a minute to go find that. You guys want VOC? I'm down for VOC. I'm down on Daifuku. Daifuku might look cute. Let's do Daifuku. Cool, I'm down for this. I think the purple, I guess the shade here of Daifuku would look really pretty on this. Cool. So again, the PCB does have a fixed layout, with the exception of the caps lock, if you guys were curious about that. I'm not too terribly upset about a fixed layout. I do have a bunch of suggestions for them when it comes down to perhaps a V2 of this board. And I think the majority of the stuff they need to kind of look into is, again, probably just really PCB
Love
stuff.
you, Alex.
BLT, thank you so much, man. You know what's funny, man? We're talking about sandwiches and then BLT comes in, bro. Love you too, man. I hope everything's going well for you. I'm kind of glad the Greg stuff has died down, bro. Tell you what, though. We'll use Greg sometime this week, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Promise you guys we'll use Greg this week. I'm not going to back out of it, all right? No, I actually don't really want to use Greg today. I kind of want to see this board with a nice keycap set. Not that Greg's not nice. I'm rolling my eyes right now, but just don't want to see Greg on this today. I might have to tune up the stabs a little bit, guys, so be patient with me on that. This week ends today. We'll use it in the next few days. Pinky swear it. Can you show butt for a second? Of course I can. It's a polycarbonate butt here. I like how you can kind of see everything through. It's kind of cool. I like it. I really like this bottom, actually. It looks really pretty. Newfie did a great job with the design of this board. This is a magnetic badge, by the way. So you can just like, well, it's kind of tricky to take out, but you can just take this thing out. Oh my gosh. And then I'm assuming you can get your own badges or if they have other ones, but just a little magnetic badge in there. Threaded inserts too. You know, I don't know if there's threaded inserts in this because it screws into the top of the board, so that shouldn't matter too much. But this is really nice. Like, it's good quality stuff. I don't know why. I also like these little like typeface engraving or font engravings here on the side. I think that's really clean. I could have done without this Newfie Studio thing on the bottom and then just putting it over here. Like, I think that would have looked sick. And then just have this being super clean. But I don't mind this design here. Bro, I'm stoked about the F1 ABS. Yeah, it's going to be a fun board for a lot of people. Do you think you can use a different PCB for this board? I don't believe you can, just because it seems to have its own set of connections here. What's going on with this? Oh, this is the wrong. What is going on with this particular stab? Oh, it's not seated 100%. Had to reseat it. I don't think this is a budget hibiki. No split backspace. Is it just me, or do cherry clip-ins or do cherry clip-in stems? What are we asking, Ponya? Yeah, they do focus on mainly making, could not pronounce that, more entry-level products. Are these GMK Darling? No, this is not GMK Darling. This is Daifuku. Hebe comes out with a full aluminum board. Aren't they working on that or something? Didn't I see someone post that? I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong. I'm so sad there's not going to be an R2 for Event Horizon. I mean, I kind of get it. I don't think the designer wants that to be like the only thing they're ever going to be known for. So like from that perspective, I get it. You know, like I understand. Shit, I forgot to look through all these key caps on the bottom over here. But I had to let it be re-raffled. Oh shit, how come? Said before I finish my sentence, do cherry clip-in stems usually run on the loose side? No, but I think I know what you mean. I do think they can get worn down quicker than some of the other stems, for sure, if you swap out things a lot. But typically I would say no, from my experience. Bought a different board like a week ago. Oh, that makes sense. Dane Gibb. What's up, dude? By the way, I have cable suggestions for you, Dane. I do indeed have some cable suggestions. Ooh, these switches feel good. Are cream switches one of your favorite switches? Cream switches? I don't think cream switches are one of my favorites, but they're really good. I do like cream switches, yes. I have a good feeling about this board, guys. Like I said, I have a very good feeling about this board. Oh, should I do accent enter? I mean, it's not that crazy amount of a difference. Flying. What's up, dude?
Just in time for the sound test, Alexotos love.
Dude, I hope you're having a great day today, man. Oh, but it's in the wrong spot. phone is... Why am I getting Reddit notifications? I don't even use Reddit. Let's do accent enter. By the way, what do you guys have planned for today? I feel like it's such a... Well, I mean, here in Toronto anyways. I'm not sure the rest of the world, but it seems like it's going to be a nice day today. So I'm hoping to spend a few minutes outside. Just a few minutes. The top case is aluminum. I think if you go to the... Here, let me see if I can find it for you. If you go to the bottom of the page for the Newfie, where it says tech specs, here, let me link this to you. Paste, enter. If you go to the bottom, it'll say top case aluminum, bottom case PC, plate material FR4. It gives you all the, like, the 6-degree type angle, which is great, by the way. It does give you a front height, which I believe... It doesn't seem like it's actually 21.5. I believe this is like a little lower. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. They're saying it's 21.5, but it seems to be the same height as the Kohaku when I put it side by side. Supa, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate the 2 months of being here. And yeah, it has all the rest of the stats there too. 1000 hertz polling rate, which I think matters a lot for some gamers. Doesn't really matter for me, none. South-facing RGB LEDs, which is great. And then, yeah, it even tells you operating environment. -10 to 50 degrees Celsius. So there you guys go. Thank you again, Soup. I appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a great one today, bro. Accent escape as well. I'm doing okay today. I woke up today and I made pancakes. Because I haven't made pancakes in a very, very long time. And I was thinking about them. I don't know if they sent me a ghost bar. I have to go figure out if they did. But I was so curious about those. Yeah, I was so curious. It seems like an interesting idea to have like a super silent space bar if you need it. So, by the way, I don't think the QB video will be made into a YouTube video. Just because I kind of want to make a video on the actual V2 of the product, not the V1. And I would like to also wait for the V2 to see if things actually get made different before, like, you know, publishing on YouTube about something that might not actually even have changes done to it. So we're going to be waiting. Is it worth in terms of specs? This keyboard, you mean? So far on paper, this seems like it's a pretty good, fun project. Everything about this seems good on paper. We're going to see some of the different mounting styles here. But, oh, Q does not go here. Also, what do you guys normally do? Should I put mod color or alpha color? It's a nice set, actually. Oh, did I put these all one to the... Ghost bars in the box? Did I miss the ghost bar in the box? I'll figure it out. We'll take another look. Fix that mod tilde. You guys don't like the mod one? Oh, fine. Right now? Fine, I got you, Soren. P. But yeah, dude, I think I'm going to be playing some Death Stranding tonight. If I'm doing some solo gaming tonight, probably going to be Death Stranding, just because I really want to check out that game. Been seeing way too many people talk about Death Stranding 2 that I really want to try Death Stranding 1 now. Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate is fan-fucking-tastic. It is so good. What a great game that is. F13, which is nice for this layout as well. Let me just dump this out. I'll put it all back in the bag here in a second. I can't spend really too much playing games tonight. No. What are you normally playing right now, Soren? Death Stranding is all right. I heard the storyline is good, and that's kind of what I'm like hoping carries me through it. Elden Ring? Oh, I need to play. Wait, did the expansion come out or the DLC come out for Elden Ring yet? Do you guys know? What am I missing here? We're missing End. F4. Not yet. Just wrapped the campaign on Remnant 2. Remnant 2 is great. I'm not quite done yet myself, but maybe that's a game I should play tonight. Its predecessor, Try, it's free in early access. Wait, which one? Way Too Lucky? What's the predecessor? I also need Home and End, so I need End. Where's End? Not this one, but the other end. Page up. Let's put scroll lock here. End. Perfect. Actually, it's a nice set for this. Oh, Ender's... Wait, is Ender based off... Or Cinder based off of Elden Ring? If so, I did not know that. I thought Cinder was just based off of, like, a fire. Oh, Dark Souls? Is it actually? I had no idea. Man, Elden Ring was such a good experience, man. That had to be the only game in recent memory where I booted it up. I was given no instructions, and I was just like, you know, you have that big first boss in the beginning area, and I'm just like, what do I do? And it is just such a good experience, bro. Wait, did you guys say the thing is in this thing here? Here, let me actually open this. That mute thingy or whatever it's called, the ghost bar thing. Witcher 3 is goated. Witcher 3 is really good too. I think that's also one of my top games. I would personally put Elden Ring on top of it though. I think I enjoyed Elden Ring a slight bit more. No, a giveaway has not happened yet. I will do the giveaway after we're done stream. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. There's going to be a small giveaway for a keyboard today. Just a little giveaway. I'll do it after we're done the build here today. Actually, these keycaps are nice looking. There's a lot of support in this too. They have like different Mac keys. Oh, these are nice. They're PBT double shot. I don't know about this profile though. I've never typed on something with this profile, but these are pretty. It'll be in here. No, the profile is considered MSA, which I don't think I've tried yet. They're pretty thick looking. Here, let me, wait, are you guys sure the ghost bar thing is in here? Is it on the, oh, it's on this. Oh, interesting. So can you take this off? Or I guess you can't. No, I'm pretty sure you can take this off, right? Interesting. So this is their ghost bar. So how would this work if you didn't want to use this though? Do you have to use this ghost bar thing? Well, okay, I'm interested in trying that. Yeah. I guess my suggestion for them is develop this so you can have it swap. But this is their ghost bar. It's supposed to make it so it's like a silent space bar, which is interesting. But I wish they gave you an option and they just gave you an extra space bar in case you don't want that. I will try that here in a second though. I am genuinely very curious about that. Let's move some stuff out of the way and then let's try this keyboard out. I think before we try, actually, we'll try that out. And then I do want to give some of the other mounting styles a go with this. Let me just tune the spacebar ever so slightly more. I mean, if your goal is for a silent build, then why not, right? You know, actually, you guys are getting me in the mood to play Elden Ring tonight. Now I really want to play Elden Ring. Like, very badly. Let's grab this. I have a silent switch lying around, yeah. We could pair it with a silent switch, maybe. even see what it sounds like with a regular linear. Oh my God, phone, please. All right, guys, let's see what this sounds like. So these are plate mounted stops. So let's go over some of the stuff with the Gem80 really quick. I'd say the Gem80 is an interesting board. It looks really pretty. Has a fun side profile with that bottom piece that's polycarbonate. So very, very fun side profile. I think looks nice. The bottom of this keyboard I think is great looking. There's some fun embellishments like this text that's put on the side here. I don't know, I'm a sucker for things like that. Switches for the wireless stuff, as well as a Mac and Windows mode, which is great to see. The price point's $150, by the way. We opened it up. There's a silicone piece here on the bottom, which we have not removed, and I did not remove one of the pieces of foam on the bottom as well. Big 4,000 milliamp battery. If you guys need something like that, if not, then, I mean, hey, it is what it is. And then we did put an FR4 plate. It has multiple different mounting styles, which is fantastic. I like to see that as well. We are using the gasket sleeves. Or wait, no, what are these called? Socks. So many different gaskets here. There's socks, beans, and jackets, or I guess they call them strips. I'll call them jackets. And then you also get a top mount variation too, which is great. So let's see what this sounds like in its gasket sock variation. And we're using one of the switches they sent over to, which is a $15 add-on. I did hand lube the switches though, and we are using GMK keycaps. Little HJ test for you guys. It's not bad though at all. This is actually pretty nice. The alphas are a bit softer. I wouldn't consider these thin. They're just softer, but you can tell there's a lot of bass in them. The bottom row is great. Yeah, some people might prefer the alphas. I actually think this sounds pretty good just like this. I think this will sound better in top mount, oddly enough, which I want to go open up and put in right now. I don't mind this. I think this sounds really nice for what it is. Again, weakest part about this entire keyboard is probably the PCB. Lack of options, which is, again, tolerable if you set out you'd like this option already. I do think the PCB needs some work. It does have that grounding bit over here, which I don't care for. I wonder too, what if I remove these things? Spacebar silicone. This is interesting. Whoa, that actually makes a giant difference. Whoa, okay, this spacebar is really nice. I really like this. They nailed their spacebar. I mean, this is interesting though. At least it gives you another way to customize it, which is, I mean, pretty cool. The Newfie Discord complaining about noise levels. Why, are they really into silent keyboards there? Obviously you can build this silent, which, I mean, it's kind of lackluster if I do that. Not really much of a reveal if there's no noise. But let's actually put in the this silent, whatever this is called. Silent spacebar here. Just want to see what it sounds like. We'll put the regular linear in for now. But this is their little silent spacebar thing. with a regular linear switch. It's actually a nice sound too. I like the other version more obviously myself, but this is kind of fun sounding. It's very deep. Did they send us a silent switch too? No, they didn't send us a silent. I can go get a silent later on in the stream. If you find the ghost bar, please try it on, the Kohaku. Isn't this it here? The ghost bar, this thing here? Is this not it? It's not removed. I can't like replace it onto something else, unfortunately. I don't think I can move this onto another another keycap, sadly. I think this is like this. It is removable, but it's only meant, it seems to be only meant for their spacebar. So there's nothing really I can do with this. As you can see the mold, it just plugs into this. So, all right, well, let's change it to top mount. Let's take out that silicone for the spacebar. So far, I like this. For 150, I already like the first configuration. Now we get to try more configurations. I saw someone mention the Cycle 7. I think Cycle 7 gives you equal value, to be honest. I think the only thing the Cycle 7 has over this is how easy it is to take off the top case. But if you like visible hardware, like if you genuinely enjoy it, I think this looks nicer than the Cycle 7. Cycle 7 low-key kind of boring looking. Soft voice, same. Yeah. My guy Alex, dude, Box, how you doing, man? It's been a while. And you don't have to wait a year for it? Yeah, this is in stock, by the way. I mean, it says it's in stock, so I'm assuming it is. There's a lot of different colors they have on their website. I personally like the FRL. I mean, hey, it's all preference, guys. Color-wise, there is Cosmic Mocha, which we have today. Mystic Indigo, which I think looks great for blue. Obsidian Black. What is this? Airy Lilac. And then Inca Rose. Ooh, the rose is really pretty. Very, very, very unique. Very unique colors for these, by the way. Super unique. And then they're offering, like I said, add-ons for the switches, which these switches are pretty bomb, for 15 bucks. And then if you really want it, you can get a set of themed keycaps, which is the ones that I just showed you, for another 15 bucks. So you can get a full keyboard kit for 180 bucks with good switches, not just like random stock switches that are kind of whatever that you'd probably swap out. These are genuinely good switches. Yeah, rose would look really nice with these keycaps, I agree. Again, weakest part about this board so far is the PCB itself. That is the only weak part that I could even fathom to mention to you guys. Everything else seems genuinely pretty good. They have blockers for the LEDs. Great, great, great inclusions of a lot of stuff here. All right, let's take this off slowly. Mystery Bakaneko. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to participate in that personally. Personally, I don't know if that's for me. Actually, you know what I'm just quickly curious about? If you guys want to let me humor myself here. Just quickly curious to see how the no foam on the inside just quickly sounds. I think I preferred it a little bit. I mean, it has to be closed up still, but type angle is super comfortable. I actually like lower degree keyboards, like anywhere under 6.5 is my sweet spot. All right, let's take off these little socks here and let's do top mount. The EEAT. There's a few keyboards that I've been kind of lately, not regretful that I didn't pick up, but I would have liked. I do want to also mention that I don't care for the mounting point underneath the spacebar here. I think it would have been better if they didn't include it for something like the top mount. So I may not screw this in for the top mount, by the way. Can you reuse Milmax sockets after soldering them or desoldering them? Oh, if you can, you're more skilled than I am. Usually they just have solder residue on them and it's kind of hard to, like, I guess, get them to socket in again. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. But if you can, do it. Don't be wasteful. It says it's over 20, but I mean, if you guys want a good comparison, I compared it earlier to the Kohaku, which I can't remember what the Kohaku is, but it seems to be the same front height as the Kohaku. So I don't know if the Kohaku is really high and I'm just not used to it, or I'm not in the know. But I don't think this feels like 21.5 millimeters. So, me personally, it does not feel like 21.5. If this is 21.5, then I'm just as shocked as maybe you are. But so many flex cuts. There is flex cuts, but it doesn't seem to be impeding the sound, maybe because they're a bit thinner. Probably would sound a little different if we had used... Oh, even these are Torx. Wow. Impressive. Actually, does this bit slot into this? Oh, it totally does. Awesome. Do I ever find myself preferring XHT? No, I don't think I prefer XHT PDZ. There's no reason why I would even say, like, yes to that. I think both are good. So I'm going to isolate this with the gaskets they gave us, which just kind of slot in, as you guys can see. And then we're going to isolate the screws. So it's isolated top mount next. And this is a cool keyboard, actually, for the price point, guys. Pretty nice. The new desk looks like concrete plate or something. Thanks, Box. It's an IKEA desk. It's like $100 bucks, I think. So nice.
Hello,
B-dub.
handsome Alexotos.
Dude, thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate you, dude. And there's shortcuts, not across the board. Yeah, they definitely are. It looks really cool, my guy. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Odin 75 is more flexy and bouncy. Odin 75. What did I build? I think I built mine with silent switches. I don't remember what I built it with. Or built it for someone else with silent switches. I don't think I ever did a review unit on the 75. At least I can't remember. The Odin is really nice. The Odin series is really pretty. Oh wait, did I screw in the spacebar one? Let's not screw the spacebar one for the time being. Sonnet Mega Godet. Yeah, Sonnet is a very nice keyboard. Very, very nice. Can the silicone be removed if you need the battery? Wait, if you need the battery? Yeah, you can remove the silicone. This whole thing I showed earlier, you can basically take off. But I think if you need the battery here, this is how it sockets in. So you kind of need the silicone if you want to use the battery. I don't know. I don't think this will sound very good without the silicone bottom. All right, let's put this all back together. I think the battery is actually glued to the silicone. Oh yeah, I have to remove this one switch over here, else we can't. Is it this switch? No, switch over. This is also the other stupid part about this PCB. this one cable will not socket in if you have a switch installed. They always stick batteries in removable parts. Yeah, that doesn't really seem too well thought out. But I don't know if I would actually remove the silicone on this board. I don't know if that's like... This should probably make the board sound pretty bad. Oh, my hair's like sticking up on the back. No one told me? Daifuku for the keycaps, yeah. Wait, what bit do I need to use for this? This bit. Yeah, I turned my neon sign off. So nice. Disaster Vibes, thank you, dude. For the 2 years of being here, man. Yeah, I find that the neon sign made a hissing sound, like the thing for it, even when it's not plugged in, because just the converter thing for it or whatever, like the wireless thing, and it was driving me up the walls. So I decided to take it off. Looks great, King. Thank you, Thok. Appreciate you, man. $150. Not bad. So I did not screw in the mounting point for the space bar. Chinatown theme. It's not really a hum box. It's more of like a coil whine, if that makes sense. And it's kind of an annoying frequency to listen to all day. Does that make sense? Dude, my Future Funk is so shiny right now. I use this set so much. I think this is my most shined GMK set to date. All right. Shall we see what top mount sounds? So, same config, top mount. Actually, let's get rid of those silicone pieces in this part here. I didn't really care for those. Michelin will look nice in the Kohaku. It's polycarbonate, so I think a whole bunch goes really well with it. Forget the descriptions. Did it go bzz, zzz, or brr? It goes like zzz. That's the sound it kind of makes, but it's not like a pleasant zzz. It's like a really high pitch one, you know? Oh, did I not remove the silicone? I just like opened it up and then I got distracted. Bro didn't take them out. What did Alex do? Leave me alone. Go brr. I took out the switch and then put it back in because my brain was thinking about the sound. Pull out game week. It doesn't sound bad though. Yeah, the alphas are definitely softer. It's a little bit more of like a softer top mount, if that makes sense. Let me see something. We're just gonna try something really quick, just to try. I don't really like how muted the alphas are. The alphas are softer on this particular one, yeah. I mean, it also could be the silicone absorbing a whole bunch of sound, right? Let's see. Let me try. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this. Try putting in some Nixies. See what these sound like in the alphas, so we can determine it's not the switches themselves that are a bit more muted. Oh please, you guys know I'm gonna do this. It's a good stock switch to compare to. It could be the switches. They could be a little bit on the softer side, which is totally fair. Okay. I think this board sounds really nice. I don't mind the softer top mount on this. I actually really like the gasket style mounting system here. I think that sounded really good. Has a good space bar. I would say this board leans to be a bit on the softer side in general, just because of the silicone in the bottom. However, it's not like it's so soft to the point where it becomes like intolerable or just boring. I don't mind this at all. A Nixie intervention. We can definitely try the PBT keycaps. If you guys are down, I'll put in those PBT ones that came with it. You guys want me to do that? The 12 key for hollowness. I don't think this is hollow, the 1 and 2 key. I don't think any of this board sounds hollow. I do not think this is hollow at all. Cute keyboard, happy Sunday. What's up, Chudo? How you doing? All right, let's try the PBT keycaps. And then we shall, you hear it on 1 and 2? Oh, you're saying over here. Yeah, there's a little bit of sound variation on the 1 and 2. It's not super. Actually, compared to the... Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's not super in your face, though. Like, you wouldn't notice that if you're typing on a normal basis, I don't think. We need to email all the vendors that Alex is in Nixie rehab. Oh, spare me, bro. Spare me. Okay, let's try the PBT keycaps. Overall, though, not a bad offering from Newfie. I think this is what, probably their first foray into maybe targeting the maybe the custom crowd. I don't know if this is a good way to put it. One of their first forays into targeting custom crowds. You know what I'd be down to do as well? Maybe not in today's stream, just because we are hitting our 2-hour window. Not that I don't mind streaming longer, but I don't want to burn myself out. Kind of do want to try the aluminum plate in this. The first step is admitting you have a problem, but I don't. More like bringing their beginner crowd into the hobby, which is really cool. I really appreciate that either way. I think they did a fantastic job so far with this. What do you guys think? Because I think it's also a collective thing here. Other than what I think, what do you guys think of this board that we're looking at today? I think it's definitely for a crowd who might want to try something with a little bit more options or want something a bit more premium without the premium price tag, just like every other board in this kind of price range. But the colors are great. I think the feature set is great. The design of this is really fun. Sound profile definitely leans to be a little bit more on the subdued side, but also it's still really nice sounding. So if you're really into the really high-pitched clacky sounds, for lack of a better word, and we use the word clacky, then maybe this is not the move. Because I do think this is, again, more subdued. I think I preferred the gasket mount on this, by the way. So I may switch back to gasket. Still very flexy, very soft typing experience even with top mount, just because it uses those leaf springs. Premium introduction board. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. Oddly enough, I like this design more than I liked the Neo. And if I liked it more than I liked the Neo, that means I liked it more than the Lumen Key design. I'll plug it in afterwards too. When we put the other keycaps in, I'll plug it in and show you guys some of the
Alexotos
RGB, I guess.
wave.
Armpit, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate it. They have 5 sound tests on the info page. They have a lot of different sound tests on the info page. So if you guys want it more than just what I'm doing today, then I think you guys should take a look at that as well. All right, should I switch back to the gaskets first? No, let's do this and then I'll switch back to the gaskets. Ooh. Such an interesting spacebar. So all 3 switches sound the same. I made a huge message in the Discord explaining this. Don't they have one of the sound tests, or I guess a whole set of the sound tests without foam? But I mean, at least you're getting the no foam sound test today. Now, again, I don't know about how this profile sounds, but just to see what this keycap set also looks and I guess also sounds like with no foam. This is their keycap set that they're selling for about a premium of $15 extra. I'm gonna put away Daifuku though, so just give me a moment, guys. This is gonna sound like every other board in Instagram Reels. Oh, with these keycaps on it? With the GMK keycaps, I don't think this sounded like every board on Instagram. I stopped consuming a lot of the Instagram Reels and TikTok keyboard stuff. It got pretty boring pretty fast. Milky, bubbly, Thockley. Thockley? That's new. Make it Thock? Like I've said in the past, every person that I end up meeting and maybe has never tried keyboards really, really wants that Thocky sound signature. But just about every customer or client that I've had who's requested that, and I do make a keyboard for them like that, they always most definitely come back and then go, hey, you know what? I'm kind of bored of that sound profile now. And they settle on something more high pitch. But that seems to be the trend with just every person that I've ever had the pleasure of working with and building and making their keyboard dream come true, I guess. Watched a Hippio video recently. It was so damn nostalgic. You know, I actually watched Hippio's new video because I was interested. There was a content creator who I guess released a keyboard, and I don't know if they like dubbed it on purpose to be the most productive keyboard ever, but I was watching that, and I thought Hippio did a pretty good job of covering that keyboard. But man, was it like 220 Canadian, or I don't know what the American price point was of that keyboard that he covered. That does not seem like it's a good deal. Yeah, I think he did a fantastic job. I know people give Hippio shit, man. I love Hippio personally. I love that guy, but yeah, I feel like people give him shit, but he did a really good job reviewing that keyboard. Oh, interesting. Do they have... Is that like a PC window for... Oh, that's so cool. So for the homing keys, they put a little window, I guess, so you can see the RGB. I mean, yeah, I think my content's probably the same way, no? I think the only reason why it feels a little bit different is because I do live streaming. So every stream can feel a bit different if we have different topics to talk about, you know? But I've heard many people tell me that my content is repetitive because I like the same sound profile. So I can understand from both points of view. You interact with us? That is true. I do a lot of live streaming. I think everything I do nowadays is live streaming, so. Pleo, they sell the best burgers? Fuck, I really want a burger. Do you see Shub's semi-retiring video? I thought Shub's already semi-retired though. I don't think he's been focusing on school, no? Hippio's the reason most of people are in the hobby, and that's the important part. Yeah, I've always considered, again, I think people consider Hippio like this evil person in the keyboard space. But I've always considered Mr. Hippio Tech to be, I'll just put command over here. He's kind of necessary to have in the space. You need someone who's a little bit more, I don't know a great word. Like, you need someone who's very good at basically dumbing down a lot of the stuff in the hobby and making it super digestible for audiences of all ages. People think Hippio is like a huge sellout and shill. I personally do not think so, by the way. He's been very transparent and stuff. I've watched a lot of his videos, truth be told. I consume a lot of Hippio Tech. He does a lot of fun stuff. I do agree that I do think a lot of his stuff can be, repetitive, especially the short form content, very repetitive. I don't care for watching that stuff of his, but I do like his modding stuff. It's fun. It's just fun to watch. It doesn't have to be taken so fucking serious. I think that's why people end up thinking he's some sort of like annoying person. Just people take his stuff so seriously. He's such a great guy. Yeah, exactly. I still enjoy watching some of his stuff. Yeah. I found the Teja TV video, then I found Hippio, then switch-clicked in you, and now I'm addicted to Keebs. Hey, yo! Yeah, I think even myself, my own content, I'm a live streamer, and I think I'm an entertainer first. Like, I just like vibing and hanging out and doing... Yeah, the Gem has its own keycap set, too, for an extra 15 bucks. Wow, you get a lot of stuff with this. Like, accent. Okay, that's cool. What am I looking for? Actually, no, I'm looking for... I guess I'm looking for the other control, which is right... Wait, am I missing some keycaps here? Hold on a second. Hold on. My guy Alex... Oh, they're right there. They just put them on different rows. I'll look in a bit here, box. But yeah, I would consider myself more of like an entertainer first. I just like doing this kind of content. I have tried to do the other style of content, like the more techie review guy kind of talk content, and I will be the first to tell you guys that is not what I'm interested in, man. I am not interested in like the super detailed breakdowns and ripping people apart for the sake of views and, kind of chasing after this, like, this... The way I kind of word it, and I've talked to other people about it, is this kind of like this, you chase after this high of finding the ultimate thing to recommend to your audience. And that's just something I'm not very interested in doing. I just want to like build things, and that's primarily why I still have my, oh, did they not have a stepped caps included in this? Sorry, give me one sec, guys. No step caps, but they offer it on the keyboard. I think this is a bit of an oversight with this. It's okay. Did you watch the MKB HD video on the Vision Pro? No, but I don't think I'm going to get one. They look cumbersome with those batteries on the back there. They look pretty annoying. Oh, you noticed that, Chimney? I don't think this board has it. I don't think it's all boards. I just think it looks like too big. Yeah, I think this has a very I mean, it's not a bad sound profile by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I think the cherry keycaps sounded way more natural to me for some weird reason. So, oh, that's cool. I like the little RGB they got going on everywhere. I don't have the per key turned on right now, but... Oh, I like the way they did the badge. That is super sick. Look at this. I like that a lot. Yeah, the RGB on the badge is so fucking cool. Now, how do I turn on the per key RGB? Does it say in the manual? Let's see. Quick start guide. RGB light bar. No, that's not it. Oh, that's just telling you what it does. Is there per key? I think there was per key, right? RGB. Oh, side light settings. Side light settings. Huh? Function M. Let's see. Function. Oh, you can do function N and then the arrow keys for changing these. Okay, interesting. And then you can do function M and arrow keys for side lights, which is that guy. Oh, maybe there is no per. Well, there is per key. I just can't really see it from the switches, I guess. I can see the LEDs working underneath there, but I think the switches are blocking them. Cool. Yeah, the badge is actually really pretty. Even with the word gem on it, I don't mind it. I think that's a really cool badge. Hi, Aaron. How you doing, man? We don't need another random techie guy. The world's already full of them. Thank you, man. Someone with a big heart. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, dude. How's it going, both the last stream and how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good time today. Today's been a fun build so far. I'm going to switch it back to one of the other variants of the gaskets. But yeah, I'm having a blast today. This is one of my favorite looking badges. Yeah, the RGB is very well diffused. And pretty bright too. Overall, this board is looking really nice. Again, I think there needs to be improvements. Like, absolutely needs to be improvements in the future. I don't think it... Okay, well, I don't think it's mission critical. But I do think the PCB needs to be rehauled in some cases. For the sake of PCB mounted stabs is at least an option. And getting rid of that like foam thingy on the top, I just really don't care for that thing there. And perhaps giving us options for a solderable version in the future, not necessary, as well as options for a non-flex cut version. Some other criticism I can possibly say about this is the keycaps that you can add on is missing a step caps, which is, again, not end of the world, but would be nice if it was in there. It's only a $15 add-on though, so again, I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. But other than that, this is a very pretty looking keyboard with a butt ton of features, wireless as well. So nice.
Less than 3, my man.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Seal. Thank you, thank you. Why isn't this coming off now? Did I forget to unscrew a screw? Now we got all the screws. Oh, I know why. This is top mount and I'm trying to press it through. Newfie is a great starter board for those who want to dabble in customs. Yeah. And I think my last gripe with the PCB is the need to remove that one switch to kind of push this cable into place. As you can see, the leg gets in the way of getting this switch in. So that's a little annoying to see there. I personally don't like how you can see the switches under the keycap when it's built. Switches underneath the keycap. What do you mean? Don't like how the switches under the keycap when it's built. I'm confused by that sentiment, Seeing Stars. Do you mean the height of the keycap on the top over here? Oh, they do sit a slight bit higher than normal. I do agree on that. But I think that's personally, I think that's a little bit more of like a preference thing. Every SKU they add, the more confusing it is to people when they're trying to sell to you. Yeah, I 100% agree on that. I do think more options would be nice too, yeah. The silicone pad with the pyramid design, this is fun. Definitely kind of fun. These screws are magnetic, by the way. I think. Yeah, they are. I want to lay my head on that silicone. I think I did prefer it with the one extra sheet of foam on the bottom. It didn't really sound too foamy. but it added some volume to the case. So I might put that in, but I think that's also maybe counteracting some of the flex cuts. Unsure. Let's put these all back in the bag so we don't lose things. Can you identify a single perfect keyboard layout that suits every individual, every unique preferences, typing habits, ergonomic needs? No, there is no perfect board for that. I'm not even going to pretend to entertain that question because I don't think I can give you an actual answer. However, I will say that if you're unsure of where to start, I think a great board layout anyways to start would probably be 75%. 75 would be my recommendation as to where to start. But you're not going to get like ergonomics out of that if that's what you're looking for. Like unless you go for a split design or maybe something that's like an Alice style board or maybe you need a certain typing angle. It's hard to recommend just one. Magnetic Torx on a budget board is really nice. Dude, it is definitely a huge plus. Huge positive here. All right, now I want to try the gasket. Beans? Should we do beans or jackets? I want to do the jackets. These have a durometer of 30. 75 is, I think, a great starting place. Past that, it's hard to recommend anything else as a starting place. Maybe TKL is a starting place. But I think 75, you can get the majority of what you need without compromises. Tried something corn-like? No, I mean, I've typed on them, but... Unicorn-like? No, not unicorn-like. I will die that 1800 is the best layout. Die on the hill. 1800 can be a great layout, yes. 110% agree. I do not disagree. Yeah, we're going to put this guy back in. I'm having fun playing with this keyboard, though. It's not, like, terrible to put back together. Although, again, I do think some of these cables make it a little bit more finicky. Let's see. Can I, like, finagle this switch in, or do I need to take out the switch or this cable in? I need to take out the switch. The fun of this hobby is exploring what works for me and what doesn't. Yeah, no, 110%, man. 110%. That is basically all the fun in this hobby for me as well. Other than the community side of things, which I think can be fantastic in the keyboard hobby, thankfully. I have so much fun taking apart boards. I mean, you guys don't even see 90% of the stuff that I do off stream. Because sometimes I like sitting in silence, just playing around with different switches and, you know, just having that side of the hobby to myself.
Been so long since I've stopped by.
Who was that? Dude, Vex up. What's up, man? It has been a little while. How have things been? What's up, dude? Also, I'm very sorry if I've missed any chats today. I think I definitely have missed pretty important chats. Or maybe my mind wandered elsewhere and we started talking about something else. But I just want to let you know, everyone here, I appreciate everyone just coming through and just hanging out, man. Is the spacebar slightly different color? Oh, why is my camera freaking out? I'm not sure. I'll take a look after we flip it over. I didn't notice it was a different color, though. This looks nice. The case looks really, really pretty. Thanks for the good content, Alex. Always happy to stop in. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I also hope that you guys are finding my recent keyboard stuff to be a little bit more in depth. I've been trying to make a mental note to point out more of the stuff that I'm noticing and not just talk about, you know, random stuff like our topics that we normally talk about. So I'm hoping you guys like that small change to the content recently. Because I think a lot of the stuff I would normally put in the YouTube description, like all my findings, but I'm trying to point out more as we do the live streams. Why are you guys doing cam 2? What is this? The color is really a homey. Honey vanilla latte. God, I'm gonna go get a coffee after this. It's nice, I enjoy it. I'm glad. Are those ridges on the bottom? Yep. They're kind of cool. Love your vocalizing what you see rather than saving it for the write-up. Yeah, in the past I think I was just getting distracted by like us, you know, really fun conversations that we're having, but I think these keycaps kind of sound the same no matter what you do. Let's actually try the other GMK spacebar here. I'm feeling like having coffee today. Should I go black with cream? I always go cream in my coffee, man. Always, always. From my artisan website. Thanks, man. I'm hoping you like the stream though, Miggy. Love the cream. Try full cherry yet? I'm not gonna do different switches today. I'm thinking if we decide to do different switches, I'd like to try a different plate. So I'm thinking if we do a secondary stream for this, it'll be on another day. Nope, the giveaway is gonna happen now. If you guys wanna stick around for just like 5 minutes while I go get it. Did I put it behind me? No, I did not. Where did I put the board? We're gonna do a giveaway. I just wanna say thank you for everyone. So we're just gonna do a small little giveaway today. Where did I stick it? It's nothing crazy, but I hope you guys end up liking it. Hello? Where did I put it? One moment, let me go get it. Oh, we did full cherry keycaps earlier. It's a 65% keyboard. I believe this was the Choice 65. There was two that looked almost identical. But this is what it sounds like. So if you guys want, I'll be giving this unit away without the keycaps though. So yeah, let's give it away. Let me set up the giveaway for you guys. Show that booty. Has some fingerprints on it now because I just brought it from the front. Does it have Nixies? You know, I don't remember what switches I ended up putting in this. Let's find out for you guys. I have no idea. I can't remember. It's been a while since I built this, but it sounds nice. So, all right, let me set up the giveaway for you guys. I'm disappointed it's not socks. Did you guys want me to give away socks? No, did I? Oh, just everything's on an angle. Solder or hot swap? I believe this was a solderable unit. All right, let me go and set this up for you guys. Uno momento. And then I do have to get off, unfortunately, because I do have to get something done around 4 o'clock. I'd love to stream all day. I know we're kind of over our norm, but... by the way, if you guys want, I'm very much liking this board. I don't know if I love these keycaps though. I think they're fun if you just want something that, you know, is a cheaper add-on. I think I would still stick with full ABS in my opinion, but board sounds pretty good. I'm very happy with this board. 150 bucks, 165 if you want included switches, which again, the included switches, if you hand lube them, they sound very nice. Chat commands. And they are, I'm assuming they're letting me keep this board. I have no idea. We'll make the assumption they are, so just to be transparent, we'll probably end up giving it away sometime in the future. Who knows, maybe I'll end up using it for a little bit. But just so you guys know, I'm setting up the giveaway now. Just give me one moment. I think this is the Choice 65. I'm just gonna call it Choice 65. I'm assuming that's what it is. Ticket cost this, and then all right, go for it, guys. Exclamation point ticket. It's max one ticket, so if you do this 1,000 times, you're not getting more than one ticket, just so everyone knows. And we'll draw in like 2 minutes or something. It's gonna clean up a little bit as you guys spam away. But yeah, just a little thank you guys. And then we'll do a bigger giveaway with like tons of keyboards. By the way, you don't need to be a sub. I'm paying for shipping unless you guys want some crazy shipping. Then I ask you guys to pay for it. But I'm paying for shipping. It's international, so don't worry about where you guys live. If it ends up costing me 300 bucks, it cost me 300 bucks. What am I supposed to say? Can we pay for hand delivery? If you pay for me for have a week off and whatever, yeah. Will you sign it for the winner? If they request me to sign the bottom, I will sign the bottom. Or I guess technically if they want me to sign inside, I'll sign inside as well. But yeah, just a little thank you guys. This actually sounds really nice. This keyboard turned out really good, I have to admit. No, the fingerprints I'll be wiping off. You guys don't need my fingerprints. Trust. Trust me on that. I love this polycarbonate bottom, man. I think this turned out really nice. Honestly, I might leave it with these keycaps on for the time being, but I kind of want to switch these back to cherry soon. What set is that? This is VOC. This is the set that came with, I don't know if there's a name for this. The thing they just called them themed keycaps, but it's the set that came with the Gem80. I liked the board a lot more with GMK. I mean, this sounds very, I think someone put it TikTok-y, like, you know, Instagram Reels, like your typical thocky keyboards. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Absolutely nothing wrong. But with the GMK, it was nice and bright. I liked it a lot. It's a fun board. I think this overall turned out really good. Again, some minor things I would change about the PCB, some major. PCB seems to be its weakest point, though. TikTok-y? Oh! TikTok-y. TikTok-y's nice. TikTok-y's a good one, bro. All right. I'm going to be closing this in 20 seconds. So if you guys want to enter to get the Choice 65, go for it. Oh, thank you, Just Press. I really appreciate that, man.
Kissing face. Kissing face.
Thank you,
kissing
dude.
face. Kissing face. Kissing face. Kissing face. Kissing face. Kissing face. We could have had an illegitimate baby by now, you sexy hunk of mustache. Kissing face. 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 Kissing face.
Huh? That's some passion. It's a lot of kisses. I appreciate that, Just Press. I'm not mad about this message. All right, let's do the giveaway. Let's close it right now and let's draw the winner. Winner is DA1391_GG. Are you there? Are you there, DA1391_GG? Wow, what's up, man? How you doing? Do you mind messaging me on Twitch? So using the Twitch Messenger, and I will send you a link you can fill out and get all your info, and I'll ship it out sometime this week. Just message me on Twitch for that, and then sometime today I'll send you a link for that. Sound good, sir or ma'am? Fermi, what's up, man? GG. I'm dying. Thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Thank you again, guys, for tuning into today's stream. We have a very busy week. Yeah, like a whisper on Twitch. We have a very busy week in terms of keyboards. I have to redo all the scheduling for this week because everything got switched around. So don't expect me to do the scheduling today. Well, if it is today, it's going to be later tonight. Unfortunately, none of the week looks like it's going to be what I thought it was. Which, well, let me see if I can give you guys a rough estimate of what's happening this week. We're doing a derivative tomorrow, that's for sure. And then Tuesday's for sure stream is a cat. It's called the Cat Sad Face. It's by a company called Control Freak. And then we'll be doing perhaps something on Wednesday. And then we should be doing the Class 0413 on Friday. And then Sunday stream may or may not happen depending on what the owner wants me to do with that board. But then we're doing another derivative the week after, then another derivative the week after. So this marks the first week of doing derivatives almost every single week. It's going to be a lot of derivatives. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. No, not the controller company. I know what you guys are talking about, bro. I know it, but that's not the company we're talking about. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone being here, guys. Let's go see who we can go raid. This is math class. Bro, I'm not about to math it up here. Let's go raid someone doing keyboard stuff. I think Marshmallows is streaming. Let's go raid Marshmallows. I haven't seen her on in a while. Just a really popular board they got a lot of commissions for. Yeah. Every commission that I got for derivatives, I tried to make sure that none of them were in the same week if I could. Luckily, we lined it up so clients were just like week after week. But yeah, there's a lot of those. And then I got a lot of sonnets coming up as well. Some of those may be off stream though. But there's a lot of sonnets this week too. I got a lot of sonnet requests this week. Was there like a restock in sonnets? And then I got a few envoys that I might be doing off stream as well. I mean, they're all going to be good, though. So that's going to be really fun getting to build these things up. They're all going to be fantastic. But there's going to be a lot of variety in the next few weeks, too. Other than derivatives. We're doing a lot of derivatives. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you guys for tuning in. From the bottom of my heart, I hope everyone had a really good day today and a really good time on stream. I'll see you guys in Discord anyways. And then we'll be live again tomorrow anyways. I think tomorrow might be a nighttime stream. I'm not too sure what we do. But thank you guys. Really appreciate you. Love you. Can't wait to see you guys again. And have a good day, guys. Bye, everybody.